Hello, I've decided today to channel in English, channel message from the guides in English, and I would like to introduce myself first. I used to be a teacher in France, in the educational system, the public one, and the guides, the beings of light, have asked me to stop teaching in order to channel their messages. And that's what I've been doing now for the last 4 years, and I take a lot of pleasure in doing so, because I realize it not only helps people get on with their lives, but it helps them reconnect with their inner selves, their inner heart, and that is for me the most important thing, really. So I'll try to channel just a small message in English this afternoon, and I've really no idea what they're going to say. I've really no idea what sort of message they might pass on to you, but it'll be fun. I think it's the first time I've channeled a message in English live. On my site, on my website, I think I've translated into English 3 messages channeled in French, but I've never really channeled in English, so that will be a first time. So welcome to all. Now I remain silent, my brain is silent, and I let them speak. Just before, just one more thing, a tiny thing, is that at the beginning I used to channel in a very specific way. I used to listen to the sentences and pass on the sentences onto people. Now they give me all the information. It's like a pack of information, a huge pack of information, and I have to translate it into words. So it takes time. Sometimes I forget some of the information they give me, because they give me so much at one in one go. But they're very good at reminding me later what I've forgotten, so I'm very grateful. They are very kind with me, and okay, so let's let them talk. They usually start the messages with images, with pictures, which I'm going to describe to you, and they should speak to you on a physical level, on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, and on a spiritual level. In other words, they should speak to you on various levels, and they also announce the message they are going to pass on to you, to convey to you. Okay, let's go. So I concentrate. I ask the guides to help me translate this big bowl of energy and information into English this time, for once. Right. So here, what are showing me is that they're showing me the different kinds of people on Earth, the various cultures, the various languages, and how we've managed over the years to be able to communicate more easily across countries and get rid of borders, although it doesn't seem like it, with people wanting to make borders stricter and more difficult to pass through. What they're showing me here is that a big effort has been made in order to understand various cultures, and how important it is to understand understand foreign languages, and via those languages to understand foreign cultures. And what they're showing me also is that it's going to grow. This feeling of belonging to just one people, one world is going to grow, because people are going to communicate not only via languages but with telepathy, telepathetically. So people are going to understand immediately when they encounter somebody else. They will know things, they will understand things, and that already happens with lots of people. That is called intuition, and that is called also vibration. People, when they a lot of people nowadays understand that when they enter a room, sometimes they immediately understand if in the room people have got on well, or there's been a fight, or people have quarreled. They understand this vibration. So this is going to get to be growing. This proportion of people understanding what's going on is going to grow, is going to get bigger. And we need to prepare ourselves to the fact that we not just have 5 senses, but our senses are going to grow and grow and grow, larger and larger, wider and wider. And we're going to understand, we're going to see more colors, we're going to feel different in different ways. We're going to understand immediately with our head, not just with our head but with our heart, what's going on. People are going to be more authentic, and they will have to be authentic, because if they are not, other people will know immediately if they lie. Others will understand that they are liars, and others will understand what's going on. So it will force a little bit more people around the world to be more authentic, and it's already going on. Apparently, what they're showing me here is that this is taking place, although it is not put in words, in so many words, by the media or by the news or by the journalists or by newspapers. This is what's going on. People can see through things. People are starting to see through this wall of brick that used to be, I'm hiding behind this wall of brick, and I only pass the message I want to pass, even if it's not the right one, even if it's not the true one, even if it's a lie. This is not so anymore. This is not possible anymore. This brick wall is collapsing. This brick wall is tumbling down, and what's left is authenticity. People are more and more authentic, and they don't have a choice. People won't have the choice, and this is the road, this is the path we're on at the moment. This is the present situation. Okay, so I think I've translated what they already sent me, so let's see what else they have to say. Anything else? They're showing me the animals. They're showing me how important animals are. How important animals are in people's eyes, people's hearts, people's lives. They're showing me how important it is for people to acknowledge the presence of animals, to acknowledge their existence, and to acknowledge their equality. The people have to realize that their lives is just as important as human lives, but people also have to realize that although they don't have the same brain as human beings, they have a conscience, they have a subconscious which is as intelligent as ours, if not more sometimes, most of the time. what the guides here are saying is that although animals are not expressing themselves with words, or are not expressing themselves with a particular language that we can translate and understand, animals are huge, great souls, and they can have been human beings in the past. Animals are here with a lot of wisdom. They are here to help us, to show us the right path, and they are very, very important in leading us. In other words, we see animals are as a subspecies in somehow. Most people, they're not a subspecies. On the contrary, they're like wise souls that are here to help us. We're not fully aware, the human beings are not fully aware of the extent of the task that they're performing every day. Every day they're doing a lot of work. A lot of animals are doing a lot of work. A lot of animals are trying to show human beings what to do, and a lot of animals are trying to heal the energy that human beings are leaving behind them, the negative energy that they're leaving behind them. For example, they take the example of cats or dogs or pets in general, who we think are just here to sleep, play, and sleep again and eat. And when this is actually not what they're doing, they're working on an energy level that we're not conscious of, and most of the time they are healing the energy around us. They are helping us go through experiences. They are repairing our mistakes, and they are here to soothe things, to smooth things down. And we need to be very grateful towards them. Now they're not just showing pets, they're showing all the wild animals, all the animals around the world who have a very specific task. Each species has a very specific task, and we should be grateful for the presence of each species on Earth, because they are participating in the cycle of life, which we're very dependent on. All of us are dependent on, and especially human beings. Human beings are what the gods are showing me here is that human beings are a very selfish species. Animals work with each other. They work in conjunction with nature, with the trees, with the rivers, with the water, with the earth. We are a very selfish, egoistic species that only think of ourselves. We don't take into account, well, the human beings don't take enough into account their close environment, natural environment, animal environment, and people, the human beings, need to take more into account all the other species that are living on Earth. It is extremely important to take them into account. And if we are more conscious of the fact that they are extremely essential to our welfare, we will have more empathy, we will have more compassion, we will have more regard for them, and therefore we naturally will conduct our lives taking them into account. In other words, we will conduct our lives with a lot more respect for them, and we will be very careful with what we eat, with what we do to them, how we interact with them, and in every aspect of our lives. And it is extremely important for human beings to understand the extent of the role and of the importance that animals play here on our planet, on planet Earth. And all our behavior, gestures, actions will, once we are conscious of that, everything else will change, and will slowly change. We will slowly change our actions, slowly change the way we interact with animals, and slowly change the way we dispose of waste, and dispose of things we use every day, and also things we eat every day. We will be conscious of the energy the animal represents. If we eat an animal, we need to understand the life of the animal, because what we're eating is not just the flesh, it's also the energy, the vibration, and the experience the animal has gone through. So they're not saying everybody should be a vegetarian. That's not what they're saying. What they're saying is, for the moment, a lot of people cannot be vegetarian, and that's okay, but they have to be conscious of the fact that animals, when they're going through certain experiences and experiments carried out by human beings, carry out the vibrations, they produce vibrations that carry out the fear they've gone through, that carry the not just the fear, but the anguish, the cruelty they've gone through, they might have gone through. So it's important to understand what we eat and where the meat comes from, what sort of what the food chain is. It is extremely important to understand if the animal has been happy, or if the animal has been raised in a inhuman environment, in a difficult and coarse environment. It's essential for us to understand that, because what the animal has been through, we eat, we put in our body, and our body reacts to those vibrations even though you're not conscious of it, and that's what produces diseases. So it is extremely important for all human beings to understand the process. The energy, the process of energy is everywhere. It's outside, but it's inside. What we eat, what we drink is energy, and this energy used to be outside, and it has had experiments, it has had experiences, and according to that experience, well, we might feel low, we might feel ill, we might feel sick as a result of it, or we might feel much better. So be careful what you eat, be careful what you drink, and be careful how you treat the world around you, because the way you treat the world around you, including nature and animals, is the way you treat yourselves inside. We're all interrelated, we're all linked to one another, and we cannot live on an island away from the rest of the world. We are completely connected, whether we want it or not, whether we like it or not. We are interconnected, and the planet Earth itself is also connected to other planets, to the rest of the universe. What we do here on our planet Earth has repercussions on other planets at the end of the universe and in other universes. So people can may not be conscious of it, but it is important now to become conscious of it. The guides here thank you very much for this first time, and I thank them very much for this first time, and I wish you a very nice weekend, and treat each other with a lot of respect, treat other human beings with a lot of respect, and treat all of ourselves, including us, with a lot of respect, with a lot of love. Thank you very much for listening, and speak to you another time very shortly. Bye bye.